I'm not with an insurance company, and I don't wear khakis, but my wife and I are wearing much smaller clothing sizes. That happened because we found an incredible program that has changed our lives. This is not make-believe. This is real. To get more information about this incredible program, just call us at 321-804-2310. That's 321-804-2310. Thank you, and my name is not Jake.
And it's good news at noon with Dick Baumbach.
Hi there, and I am here to give you some good news today. Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Hey, Dick. Really good. You know, that first show was just amazing, man, and I really, really am grateful. And, you know, because of some feedback that we got from our social media director, Jennifer Arnstein, who just happens to be my daughter.
Oh, okay.
She said, you know, you got to go with 15 minutes for the millennium. So we're going to make this 15 minutes. So let's kick it right off. You know, here's a good news story about a 78-year-old grandmother I guess the video goes viral after she's powerlifting 245 pounds.
That's correct. And you got to go on Facebook and see Shirley Webb. And she's from St. Louis. And she doesn't like grandma jokes, by the way, in the gym. But
I wouldn't be telling them to her.
She's 78 years old, and 2 years ago, she decided that she had to do something. So she went for her first workout, and she decided that's what she was going to do. She goes twice a week to the gym and does deadlifting. And first time, she did 228 pounds. Nobody could believe it.
That's unreal.
And now she's got the record of 245 pounds, and there have been 6 million views of her on Facebook.
6 million views. Now, is she all, you know, muscled out and stuff?
No, she looks like grandma.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. And where is this again?
St. Louis.
Oh, I want to make sure I don't go to the gym up there. She'll be showing me up.
You don't want to run into grandma.
Oh, man. So the next piece of good news that you have is an ex-homeless man gives $10,000 to a high school after, or is it to the high school or to the teenagers after two teens buy him a ticket home?
It actually was to this high school, but there were 2 teenagers that really changed his life. And what happened, this man's name is Wade Herder, and a pair of high school kids, and their names are Ryan Kodat and Luke Arnold. They happened to see him literally out in the cold. They went, got him some warm clothes, a jacket, and purchased a train ticket that would let him go see his father. And this all happened in Dwight, Illinois. I mean, small town, okay?
Wow. All these stories seem to be coming from small towns. You realize that?
Exactly. And so the 2 boys did that, and they told him where they went to high school, and they said, see you later. Well, it turns out that Wade Herter inherited his father's will, and he did not know that his father was worth $1.2 million.
Wow. So, $1.2 million, and he's living on the street?
Living on the street, but he has all the money now, and he decided those 2 guys, Ryan and Luke, changed his life and helped him go home to see his father before he passed away. So he gave $10,000 to the school to be used every year to help kids.
Wow, that's amazing. You know what's really is amazing about it is that they're kids. I mean, how old do you think they were?
They were both seniors.
Both seniors, so maybe 17, 18 years old. And they grew up in a small town. It must be something about the small town.
Well, and it was just like this is what they had to do. And what he did is he asked the school to honor his dad. So they created the Warren Herder Pay It Forward Award, and basically they're going to award students $500 for performing an act of kindness once a year.
Wow. Now, wasn't there a movie called Pay It Forward?
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
And is that, do you think that's what started some of this stuff, or do you think
Sure.
people have always been doing this?
No, I think that was part of it right there. I think
it's kind of like that. They do it every year on the news. The Silent Santa guy
Right.
that walks around, gives out $100 bills. I've never been in the right place though for it.
You never know who that Santa might be, Jeff.
I'm telling you,
Ho, ho, ho.
They get really close to showing who it is, and then they fade off and they show the person crying. And I wish that I just had that ability to do that.
Well, do you know what happened here 2 years ago? We did a story on the local station about people who were paying for Christmas layaways for people. Do you know that a couple walked in to J.C. Penney's and gave $500 to take care of layaway for 4 different people?
Wow.
Right here on Merritt Island.
Wow. Yeah. Now I've heard about over in Tampa where they started, I guess it was a drive-through Starbucks or something.
Yep.
And the person paid for the person behind him, and then that person paid for the person behind him, and they said it went on like for 4 hours.
Right.
That's amazing.
Well, after we put the word out about the J.C. Penney thing, Walmart and Macy's had over 25 people come and pay for layaways.
That's just incredible. And so much bad news on the TV every night. You never hear these good stories.
That's right.
It's such good stuff. And as bad as things seem, it's just a perspective. There's really good people in this world doing really good things. Speaking of good things and good people, the next story, which I was amazed. I saw this on the news, and this was like, wow. Prince William arrives in a helicopter, rescues an oblivious patient.
Yeah, and what this happened this past week. What people don't know, what people do not know, is that Prince William also works with the British Air Service as a rescue helicopter pilot.
I did not know that.
Yeah, in fact, if anybody gets a chance to see that video, which is now on Facebook, you'll notice that his vest, and my wife pointed this out, his vest says Bill.
It says Bill.
Not Prince William.
That's a humble man.
Bill.
That's a humble man.
So anyway, Jim did not realize that for 30 minutes, Prince William kept him alive until they could get him out of the area.
Wow.
And what he does, he says he's an ambulance pilot and he'll help people when he's on duty. And he's works 4 days on, 4 days off, and then he gives all of his salary to charity.
That's unbelievable. If there was just some other world leaders that would do that, what a better place this would be.
Yes, exactly. Maybe they could take something from Prince William.
Yeah. Well, you got to wonder though, with it Bill on there, is that like, I'm going to bill you, or is that he's going by Bill, his name?
Well, if you looked at the vests, they all had their first names.
Wow.
And he had Bill. He didn't have William or Prince William.
Yeah, that's amazing. A very humble man.
Yeah.
The next good story, and I've got a follow up for this too, is about a former gang member who morphs into a lawyer who helps troubled kids.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, this is a guy who was a former drug dealer and a larcenist. He was arrested 13 times by his 20th birthday. He once faced 15 years in a Florida state penitentiary for felony aggravated assault, but he has morphed into one of Atlanta's hottest young lawyers. His name is David Lee Winkecker, and he wrote a memoir, The American Dream, His Story in the Making. and he gives troubled kids a roadmap to put the adolescents' mistakes in the rearview mirror. And his message is, too many Americans, prosecutors, citizens, and even gangsters themselves buy into the myth that youths are a lost cause.
Oh, they're not lost. Speaking of the news, there was just a story on one of the Sunday morning programs about a young man, and I don't know what city it may have been New York, and he was a gang member. And he got arrested, and he was in jail, did time, and came out, and it formed this gym. And in order to be a part of the gym, you have to give up your gang, and you have to become a part of the gym. You have to work there. You have to take care of certain things. And him and this other gang member, they're no longer gang members, and they are actually I don't want to say destroying the gangs, but they're eliminating them from the towns, from the cities or the boroughs, wherever it was.
Absolutely. And again, there's another piece of good news.
Yeah. It's there's a lot of good people doing a lot of good things, and like we said in the first show, we want to encourage people to call in, or to when we post a number, we want you to go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/TalkNetRadio. Post a good news story. Vic, you'll use it, right?
Oh, absolutely. If people will send us stuff, we will use it, because we know that there is good news stories out there and people want to share it. And again, they can go to info@talknetworkradio.com and send it to us. And we will run that stuff happily, just to show people that every night when they see the news, it's like, okay, well, it's all over. Oh, my gosh. And it's not. And it can keep going.
I talk to people all over the country, and you would not believe how many people that I've spoke with, their perspective is so much that perspective.
Yeah.
That the world is ending. We have to stockpile everything. We have to have all this preparation because it's coming, it's over. And then you hear these stories. You hear the story about Prince William and how he saved this person, right? You hear this story about the ex-homeless man, the story about the 78-year-old grandma, the kids that gave this guy a ticket home. Unbelievable.
Well, and there's one other one that we haven't heard about on the regular media, and that is, it happened about 3 months ago in Israel, at the border of Israel and Pakistan. 900 Israelis and Pakistanis stood arm in arm with their pastors and rabbis, calling for peace.
No, see that? Yeah, you don't hear that on the news. All you know is that they're blowing up each other, killing each other, and going crazy.
Right, and this story has been verified that it actually has happened.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So, what do you have coming up in the next program next week for us?
I have more good news, and what I do is I literally wait to just before the show to decide exactly what is the good news, 4 good news stories for that show, and again, if we get people to send us stuff, we will be more than happy to put it in as part of those 4 good news stories. And as we said on our first show, there could be a prize. There could be a gift.
There definitely could be, and that's something that we both like to do, is give out gifts, and that's definitely coming. So let me ask you a question: does it have to be in the news, or could it be like, my teacher she was so wonderful, she helped me do this, and now I'm getting into college, or a story like that?
Well, no, that's exactly right. It could be anything that really hit that person and maybe changed their lives. And when we do that, if somebody gives it to us, realizing that it's going all over this story about that teacher.
Now, when you say all over, tell them what all over means.
All over means not just the internet, but also on your iPhone app. and your Android app. You can go to your apps, and there it is, and you can hear. In fact, Jeff, can't people hear previous stories of previous shows?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If they have the app, they can go and listen to previous shows. They're all listed there. Or if they don't have the app because they don't have the phone, they can go and listen to it at our website, www.talknetworkradio.com. Make sure you go out there and check it out. Our gear shop is just about ready to open up. We'll have lots of good things, and I hope you'll check us out. Listen, we're down to the wire. We got to say goodbye.
Have a good news and a good news week,
and have a great week, and be safe out there, and know that there's good people in the world.
If your cat or kitten needs special all-wooden, not particle board cat litter box piece of furniture, you found it. We're foreverpetfurniture.com, spelled F-U-R-E-V-E-R, petfurniture.com. And we offer odor-free cat furniture that, with our special coating, eliminates all odors. To find out how you can order your cat furniture, go to foreverpetfurniture.com. That's foreverpetfurniture.com. We can help you and your cat have an odor-free life.